It's that time again. We've all gathered together for this very special occasion where there are two people who know not what they say. We do not plan what we're going to talk about on the show, as you can probably tell sometimes, okay? And I'm going to challenge Suzanne, and I will introduce you in a moment, Suzanne. I just want to finish my thought before I lose it. I'm going to challenge Suzanne one day to sit and stare at the camera without talking, okay? I'd like to see her do that. I think it would be a stretch. I think we'd be pushing it. I think it would be outside her bailiwick. You're thinking about it, aren't you? Huh?
You're asking me not to do my job. What
I
I do
know.
is look in the camera and talk.
I know, but this
I'm
would be...
I'm a talker. Remember
this would be
Why don't you
sort of-
introduce me first?
Okay, here's Suzanne. Here's Suzanne.
Suzanne who?
Suzanne Somers.
There, yeah.
Yeah.
He used to stay at this hotel in New York, and I was calling him one afternoon, and it was busy, and I was calling him, it's busy, and the operator goes, "He's still talking." Remember her?
That's a hotel I got to stay at free.
You didn't. Now I know why.
Yeah, right.
And that was one when I gave you a massage with baby oil.
That's the place where every couple of hours I'd call room service and say, send up another bottle of baby oil. Yeah,
Our sordid past.
yeah, I know.
Sordid. Is that good? Today I'm not having a coffee smoothie. I need a little more oomph, and because we had a very light lunch. And this is chocolate, banana, peanut butter, coconut, almond milk. I guess that's it.
It's really great.
Isn't it great?
It's really
when
great.
you're expecting it not to taste like this, and
Well,
you
no,
taste it, and you go.
I was expecting the usual.
The other, yeah, and you go, well, oh. I never like to have this in the afternoon because when we're doing the show, because it'll spoil our appetite. But, yesterday, am I a good wife or what? Know what time we ate dinner?
I do.
3:00.
Yeah.
And we didn't have work yesterday. We don't do a show on Thursdays. And so by 5:00, we had dinner, and we watched a couple of news shows, and then it was like,
No, it wasn't whom.
what do we do? No, it was, what do we do?
Well, we went into our bedroom.
But in our bedroom, it was, what are we going to do now? I don't want to go to bed now.
There's
I don't
always
want to fall
lots
asleep.
to do in the bedroom, okay? Yeah. By the way, someone here, let me just scroll down. Someone here, Bevy Girl 20. How is Chi-Chi the doggy? Well, as a matter of fact, Caroline will not be with us today because the vet is coming by at the vet's probably there right now.
Yeah.
So she won't be joining us today.
Sweet Chi-Chi. Say a prayer for Chi-Chi.
Yeah, Chi-Chi is such a sweet little dog.
Yeah. She's not eating at all and sleeping all the time, and when she's not sleeping, she's shaking.
We used to make fun of Chi-Chi when Chi-Chi was,
not ill.
young,
And old and spry.
Every time we'd ring Bruce and Caroline's
What would
front
you call her,
doorbell,
Alan?
I called her piss on the floor. Because
Well, she would just get excited.
That's right. She'd get excited. We'd ring the doorbell. She'd be the first one at the door, yapping and jumping up and down and peeing.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah.
Usually on us.
Caroline should have said, that's a trick I taught her. Okay? She doesn't do this normally. I mean, normally she...
That's a trick you could teach I don't
Well,
want
I taught Barnaby, my Irish setter, to exercise himself and go for a walk by himself.
I think you told this story the other day, but tell it again because I can't presume that we have all the same people all the time.
Well, we'll watch the numbers. I mean, if there's a big drop off from people
With Barnaby's story. Go.
Okay, well, I
Big
just taught the
snake.
dog never to go on a curb, so I'd open the door, he'd go flying out the door, and he kept running around the same block, not on the road, and then he'd come back with white stuff dripping out of the side of his mouth and looking at me with those big Irish eyes.
You just like Irish.
I guess I do.
Irish dogs, Irish women,
Yeah, I had Irish girlfriends.
and then me.
Yeah. Well, you were more than a girlfriend. Yeah, I knew that from the moment.
You asked me to get you a cup of coffee.
That's right.
That was so romantic.
And then when you said okay, and I thought, oh, she's for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have the money.
Well, and I didn't have the come on line.
I remember well the days when I wouldn't have enough money to get across the bridge or to get you a cup of coffee. I am so grateful for the life that I live, because it's not that I never thought it would be like this. I had dreams, and I don't know, I think dreams are more potent than we ever realize. But most of us think our dreams won't come true. I'm now of a different belief. I believe that our dreams will come true. Remember, I was commencement speaker for a national university, and I looked out at this student body of 13,000 mothers, fathers, little children. They didn't do it in the natural order.
You know, that's one of the best speeches you've ever made.
Was it?
And I knew it wasn't you. Well, you hadn't planned on saying it.
No.
You had planned on doing another speech until you saw these people and heard them and got the feel for what they wanted to hear, and then you did it. It's great.
Well, know why? And I said that to them.
Yeah.
I changed my speech in my mind as I was walking to the podium. And I thought, that speech is not going to work. And I looked at them. And it's one of my techniques when I speak to a live audience. If you've seen me speak, I rarely, maybe never, maybe the first time ever, and then I never did it again, speak from notes. I feel energy. And I think that's from all my years at nightclub performing and home shopping, but mainly live audiences. When you stand in front of a live audience and you just take a moment and take it in, and then you know from them, they don't realize they're sending such a strong message, but you know from them what they want to hear. And I said to them, this is not what I was going to talk about. But when I watched you walk in, I realized who you all are, and you should be so proud of yourselves. For whatever reason, you couldn't or wouldn't or couldn't afford or didn't have or whatever, you weren't able to go to school in the natural progression of things. So here you are, whatever ages you all are, and it was all over the place. And they all, not all, half of them had children. You seized the moment of opportunity. And that's what life is, isn't it? Seizing the moment of opportunity.
And then they gave you your doctorate in letters because of the 114 books you've written.
That's Al lying. I've only written 27. 28's in my head.
You know, most New York Times bestsellers. Yeah, I have trouble writing a letter. Well, I've mastered that now. I can write a letter.
You know, I was thinking about you today. You need no attention from, like, star attention. You don't need that.
No.
You love the people you love, and you look at them from the realm of possibilities of what could they do to make this work, enhance what they are. I know you've done that with my career. That I'll tell you, the first time I ever played the Las Vegas Hilton, the MGM Grand Hotel. And as you can imagine, I had not performed. I was a big star. I was Chrissy Snow, but I had never gone out on a stage solo with a packed house. And I was so frightened that in the wing, as the orchestra was playing the prelude, Alan actually put his foot on my butt and kicked me out there. And that's how I entered the Las Vegas stage the first time, like that. And then I stood and I took it in, and who you all were. And all I could hear from you was, be you. And I know how to be me. I don't have to pretend to be me. I'm me. And I like who I am. And so I did that show, and I remembered all the lyrics, which is a problem for me. And I remembered the dances, kind of. You know, when you're the star of the show, and you're one of 14, 15 dancers, when you screw up, you're always in the middle, so you go Lucy. And I used to do all the time when we were doing Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy from Company B. It wasn't that I would forget the tap dancing things, but in the middle when we're jumping rope and tap dancing and doing the dribbling the basketball, I just get tired. So I just kind of play exhausted because I really was, and I get a lot of laughs. But anyway, after the show was over, it was a big success and standing ovation, and I walked off the stage and looked at Alan triumphantly, and he said, I see a time when you won't have any other dancers, and you won't have all these musicians. I even see a time where it's just going to be you speaking. And I thought, what's wrong?
There you go.
What's wrong with you? And what do I do now?
There you go.
I speak. One of my favorite things to do, if ever I'm giving a lecture in your town, I would suggest you come, because it's for me thrilling. I just pick up the energy of what's in that room.
Well, you know what your lectures are that are unlike any other person who is a specialist in the health field, and there are a lot of those lecturers, and they're great, but they don't have the talent to also fold it into humor on the way. So that lecture we shot of you in Toronto, that played in movie theaters, it was 1 hour and 30 minutes long, but because it was laced with your humor.
Well, it's because I walked out and it was in Canada, and I said, I love Canadians. I sleep with one every night. You own them. I didn't do it for that reason, but you just own them then. Now they're relaxed. They trust you.
I'm a Polish, Canadian, American.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, immigrant.
Immigrant.
That's right.
That checks a lot of boxes.
So that's, I'm 4 things that I'm aware of.
I'm going to tell you what we're selling in a little while today, but have you made the chocolate banana, gut renew, coconut almond milk, blah, blah? I bet this would also be good with some coconut flakes in it. Wow, is it good.
So what's going on today?
Today is National Clean Beauty Day. So we've
Clean
got
beauty.
Clean beauty.
That means I have to clean you.
Well, thank you.
Mm.
That's how I get my compliments.
And you're my beauty, and I want you to be clean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I heard something that really it didn't disturb me. I was disappointed.
What?
A famous actress from the 50s who was really famous and beautiful, but apparently she had, I read this, okay, so I read it.
Oh, I know.
She had terrible hygiene, okay? So, I mean, there were girls I went to in high school that I think had terrible hygiene. Well, everybody did.
That may get like that again as we get squeezed on water. Yeah, but when I was a kid, women often had underarm odor because there was no deodorant, and they didn't think wearing deodorant, and everybody stank, and so they'll stink too.
And then our friend Sasha wrote aluminum chlorhydrate.
And that's before I even met you.
That's
his
right.
best friend was Sasha Berland, who wrote jingles. He wrote like a lot of them.
Oh, Alka-Seltzer, Gillette.
Pop, pop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. You know that one.
I met him. I was still living in Toronto.
Oh, I like him so much. I miss them.
And he was doing the jingles for the World Series. And of course, the World
Really?
Series, yeah, the World Series was playing
See, oh no, that was
in
done
Canada, and he wanted someone to do the. So he was looking for someone who could sing like a second baseman. I remember that was the qualification. I said, "That's me."
Oh, was that you? Did you sing it?
Pardon me?
Did you sing it?
Yeah, but like a second baseman. It wasn't. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you do the tuba and all that, the horns and all the horns you do?
No, I just sang.
Do a horn for me. Is that it?
Well, what would you like to hear? Do you have a request?
Well, you just start. You don't even know what you just started, but you're another boy, another girl. A little man lady for making whoopee.
Okay, come on. What's here?
Clean Beauty Day. So, I used to never, ever, 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 ever wear foundation because I don't like the way it looks. And when you look at we women outside in the sun, especially as we get older, it gets in the creeks and it makes the lines look like they're more, except ours. And so now when I want to have color and I want to have flawless finish, I grab Flawless Finish makeup, and we have it in 4 colors. We have Bronze Dark, which surprisingly I wear Bronze Dark. I don't have it on today. Honey Medium, which I do have on today, which I like a lot. Flawless Finish Natural Sand, which is great. And then the lightest one, which is Porcelain. Everyone loves this makeup. It's good for you. It's like, I've said this to you before, if you go to bed at night and you don't take off your makeup, you know you shouldn't do that. I did that last night. I just didn't want to take off my makeup. I looked really good. And it was bedtime. Well, no, we ate dinner at 3. It's not good to eat it. Some of you eat at 3, I know. You're going to back him up.
I'm not alone, okay? I would like anyone who is watching or listening.
They're there. They were there yesterday or 2 days ago.
Okay, who eats dinner at 3, say between 3 and 4:30, okay? If
Okay,
you eat dinner,
I understand 4:30.
okay, between
But
3
I'm
and 4.
working at
Okay,
4:30.
between 3 and 4.
Right.
If you eat dinner between 3 and 4, I'd like to hear from you,
Okay.
okay?
And if you think it's more fun to eat dinner at 4:35,
No,
that's what I like to do.
no.
That's what I like
If
to
I was just having vegetables, I could eat at any time. But once you fold in protein, a steak and a potato and asparagus, I don't like those skinny asparagus. I like
I'm
the
so sorry.
big fat ones. And how come in this country we don't have white asparagus? They have it all over Europe.
I know. I don't know.
You know what it is?
Because
There's not as
they
much-
charge $18 a plate for white asparagus, especially then if you add hollandaise sauce, which kind of tastes great. Great way to get your eggs. All right, let me just finish here. Flawless
Okay.
Finish, okay? And then the most beautiful lip colors you'll ever, I have on right now, caramelized peach. You like it?
I'm sorry?
This first one here is caramelized peach.
I do.
This-
I'd look good in that.
You do this because I get it all over you. Second one is berry pop,
You've worn that a lot.
yeah, and the third one is honey glow. I kind
I
of,
think you mix, don't you mix
I
honey
do.
glow?
I kind of,
right.
I was just going to say that you should probably, if you can't make up your mind, get all 3. You're going to love all 3, and you're going to put one on top of the other, and you're going to have a dress that has a little bit of this in it. So then you put a little of that in it. It looks cool.
You
I've
know
been
what?
thinking of yes.
What flavor do I have on my
Oh,
toes?
look, cool mint. Look, wait till you see his
Cool
toes.
mint? Okay,
We both had manicures and pedicures.
here we
Oh,
go.
wait till you see his.
Taking another one for the team. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're really nice. And we're not even selling it today, but you can go to the website. Look. This is the cool mint. Does not look cool on him? It really does. I really
Yeah, I
like
like
it. And do you notice he's wearing his pink sweatshirt that I gave him for his birthday? You kind of look. Come over here.
I only make one appearance at a time.
You
so,
do?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You'll come over when you're
Yeah.
ready. Good and ready.
I have to get back to my real job, manning the cameras.
Mm.
Okay.
All right. So, lipstick. And here's the Flawless Finish makeup. I've got on the Honey Medium right now. It's just light, and you can put it on any thickness you want, but I just put on a very thin coat to smooth things out a little bit. And then, will you show them the peach exfoliating
Right,
cleanser?
first I'm just going to show them what the deal is
Okay.
today. 25% off site-wide. The promo code is CLEAN25 at SuzanneSomers.com. Cha-cha-cha.
Okay. I guess I'm talking too much. My assistant Julie just wrote, "What are you selling?"
Yes, what are you selling?
I love our shampoo, volumizing
Yeah.
shampoo
Yeah,
and
just use it.
volumizing conditioner. Yes, I
Yep,
just use
just
it
use
too.
it.
And then we've got the, is this the honey vanilla? Lemon verbena hand wash.
Oh, yeah.
This is a really important thing. Keep this in your guest bathrooms and in your bathroom sink. I have a little silver tray, and on it sits my hand wash and my hand lotion. This is the lemon verbena. So these are both lemon verbena. Well, I'll tell you, I wash my hands so many times during the day, because we need to in these times, but also, it just, like when I put on my hormones, right? It's cream, I put it here and I put it here. I feel like my hands are contaminated. I go right in the bathroom and I use the hand wash, then I use the hand lotion, because I don't want to get hormones on Alan. I do that for you.
I know. Well, somehow, I think, you know what it is?
No, I don't.
I'm not blaming you, so don't take it on. But even though you even though you apply your hormones in a place that normally I would never go near, it's working fine, except that you turn and twist during the night. You turn over, you sit up, you sit down.
Well, I put the estrogen behind my ears so
Correct.
that you don't dare get it. But if you can't stay away from behind my ears.
Well, I think what happens is when you're on the pillow.
Oh, the pillow?
Yeah, it comes off on the pillow, and then I pick some of it
So
up.
what are you going to do, not sleep with me?
No. Oh, my God. What a catastrophe that would be.
You'd be so lonely.
And for you, too. Right?
You'd be so lonely.
Wow.
No.
That would be the second time in my life where I was alone. First time I was alone for 2 weeks. I hated it.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I hated
Okay,
that.
the other thing we have today is the little pot of gold, I call it, which is the anti-aging eye cream. Just get this. This is so great. I put it on the eyes, the little lines around the eyes, and then I put it on the lid and on the upper lid. It doesn't affect it, doesn't make it burn or get red or anything, because there's no chemicals in it. Everything right here is chemical free. Is that the greatest thing? That's my gift. I didn't plan to be this person, but now that I'm this person, I love being this person. I believe in my message. I believe in the brand. I believe that it matters. That's what I believe. It matters. Speaking of something else that matters, the other day I was talking about kindness and how kind it was of Alan to go take that rickety woman. She was rickety. That's the only way you could describe her. I don't know if she's old or young, just rickety, trying to cross between the red lights. And he ran out, parked his car to the side, ran out and took her arm, and he walked her across the street. And what was beautiful, and I told you this before, was the light had already turned green, and all the cars just waited till Alan was finished walking her. And it was like everybody felt this moment of how nice. Because we'll all, if we haven't been in, one day we will be in that position. And don't you hope that a shining knight called Alan Hamill will come and walk you across the street. But I heard of something on the news this morning, and maybe you saw it, and I believe it was in Indiana. A house was on fire, and it was the middle of the night. The neighbor heard it. The neighbor ran over, got there before the fire department. He ran in that house. He got everybody out. He's carrying them out. And then they were going, where's Freddie or whatever little kid's name? There was a 6-year-old left in there who was sleeping. And he went in through the flames, found his way through a house they didn't know.
He got burned up pretty badly.
They had to take him to emergency. And you know what he said after? He said, I feel like my life has purpose. He said, I feel like God sent me in there. And I thought, I bet you were. I bet something woke you up and said, go, go. So whenever you feel that little urge in you about should I, shouldn't I, do it, do it. It was a very heartwarming story. I'm sure it will be on the news tonight. I want to find out his name. I'm going to give him my house.
What is it?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, I'm spending the evening with Chrissy. Okay, what does it say here? Okay. Oh, yeah.
I've been saying it all.
Yeah, you have.
We've got the lipstick. We've got the flawless finish. We've got the dark, bronze dark, honey medium, natural sand, and porcelain light. Lipstick. We've got caramelized peach, berry pop, and honey glow. Those are great color lipsticks. Volumizing conditioner and shampoo. You'll love it, love it, love it. You know what? It was interesting when we decided to do hair products, because I had been trying organic shampoos and They're all right, but I couldn't get the suds. You know, I like lather. Lather makes it talks to me. It's like, okay. Well, we went through so many incarnations trying to come up with shampoo that would be satisfying, and we did. Our lather comes from quinoa and other natural products, and the conditioner is got shea butter and let me read. I want to read.
That's all you need, quinoa and butter.
Quinoa and butter.
You can eat this. You get hungry in the shower,
You
just
could.
chug a lug.
You could,
No,
but nah, I wouldn't.
I'm just
advise
kidding,
it.
folks.
Yeah, no.
I envision as if there's a little kid listening.
Yeah, I'm gonna go have some shampoo.
Yeah,
Yeah. Thanks, Suzanne.
that's right. They blame you, not me.
Yeah, right. So then it's okay, right?
What are you looking for?
What's in the conditioner?
You want me to hold it out here?
No, I didn't bring my glasses.
Oh, here's some glasses.
Do you ever clean your glasses?
Well, actually,
They
don't-
look like looking
Yeah.
through.
In just a moment, I'm about to give you your eyesight. Okay?
But do you know that this has squalene in it?
It has what?
This conditioner has squalene.
Squalene?
Squalene.
Squalene?
Yeah, it helps create volume and penetrates the hair shaft to enhance elasticity for fuller, shinier, more luscious hair. I mean, that's so great. The shampoo's got coconut sweet almond, wild orange mint. It's toxic free, cocoa butter, cleansers. Wow, I love our stuff. I love our stuff. So proud of our stuff. And here's the anti-aging eye cream, which is
Yeah.
also great. It's made from alpine rose stem cells, which are real strong. You got to be pretty strong to be an alpine rose to hang on to the side of the cliff in the blizzards, like that. And they took the stem cells, put it in there, and it's really, really works. I don't mind having my smile lines, but if we can keep them as soft as possible and not, and when you keep them soft, then when you put your flawless finish makeup on, it doesn't create, like, you don't look at me and you go, oh, look at all that makeup stuck in those cracks. And that's what you want.
Okay. Valerie Yvonne Katie said, okay, Al, I eat at 3 p.m.
Valerie, we're gonna have to invite you over here, and you and Al can go eat dinner at 3 a.m., 3 p.m.
3 p.m.
And I'll meet you in an hour and a half.
Okay, then there's Penny Bate, I believe, Beto. I eat between 4 and 5.
The guy's name, my crack assistant Julie just wrote me. It's he's from Indiana, 25 years old. Wouldn't you be proud if that was your son who ran into a burning building? And many of them do, and many of them have. His name is Nick Bostic. Nick Bostic, Indiana, 25 years old, saved 5 people's lives last night. He's in the hospital right now with, he'll recover from everything, but he didn't think of himself. That's. I think what people are responding to with Top Gun, which, that's what we should do tonight, Al.
Yeah,
Go see Top Gun.
yeah, okay.
Or Elvis. I know you're all telling me to go see
Yeah.
Elvis. Those are the 2 movies were on our bucket list. But what I hear about Tom Cruise and Top Gun is women saying, when men were men. And this guy, Nick Bostic, he's a man. Good for you. Good for you, Nick.
Yeah, what happens to all those men?
I don't know. It's when we start saying, little boys can cry. There's a lot of theories of thought about that.
Well, I had my share of crying as a little boy.
Yeah.
You cry.
Yeah.
Like, I hate liver. Hated liver.
That make you cry?
I was a 3-pound something preemie.
You know what it was, why men were men, not to diminish your crying and liver and all that. Our
Oh,
fathers,
sure, just dismiss what I was
our
saying
fathers
as
were
not
rough.
being nearly as important as the footnote that you're adding right now. I'm sorry, what is it again?
The fathers were before Father Knows Best and those TV fathers, whoever they were, and they were all compassionate and understanding and oh poor dear. Most people's fathers were like mine. I think a lot of your fathers like, get out of there, come on, Christ's sake, blah blah blah. Right?
I disagree.
You do?
I don't think most fathers are like that. I mean, I don't think so. I think most fathers are.
Was Archie Bunker a model father?
Yeah, but it was a sitcom. And, he was, first of all, it wasn't sort of angry. He never did it in anger.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He did it in words.
That's true.
And insinuation, okay, and maybe a take with his eyes. So that's that, then, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I'll tell you, this smoothie is incredible.
Mine's almost done.
Wow.
You know, it's going to be, what this is going to do, you're not going to feel like dinner.
No.
I'm making such a good dinner.
Okay, well, you can make it.
Chicken piccata
Okay.
with lemon, butter, caper sauce. You don't have to have any little pasta, anythings with it. I'm not serving. I'm just serving a summer-sized meal. Lemon, butter, capers. Pounded flat, flat, flat. Smoosh the pan-fried, quickly, bites of chicken. Put it in your mouth. Mmm. And all that lemony, buttery. And then you get all the good, healthy fats. What are you reading, Al?
Okay, so Sherry O'Neill. O'Neill, did you know that I'm married to a Mahoney? Okay.
Sherry O'Neill
Sherry O'Neill.
is married to a Mahoney?
No.
Oh,
I
you're
said
married to a Mahoney.
I'm married to a Mahoney.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say Sherry O'Neill, you're one of mine.
So Sharon
Sherry.
O'Neill, Sherry O'Neill said, nope, 6 to 7 p.m. That's when she has dinner.
Okay.
She said 3 p.m. is dinner.
I'm going to call it that from now on. What do you want, dinner or dinner? It's a difference of an hour.
I'll tell you, I slept great after, when you have your food at 3 o'clock.
And you did the night before, too, when you
Yeah.
had a light dinner at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, well, that's
It's all about don't eat too much. Maybe you should take some responsibility for the quantity.
Well, maybe you should take some responsibility for the amount of food you put on the plate.
I
And I
don't.
was raised in my house, you cleaned the plate because the children were starving in Europe.
Korea.
Korea?
Well, I'm younger than you are. Poor starving children in Korea, but I heard about the poor starving children in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Were they starving?
I had to eat liver. When I came home from the incubator, the doctor said to my mother, feed him liver. And no, I can't even crawl, right? Feed him liver blood. That's it. That's it.
But look how healthy you are.
I know.
This was the juice of your babyhood.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I did a lot of stupid things, food-wise.
Oh, I don't think you did. As long as I've known you.
Well, I'll tell you, I used to work. When I was very young. I used to work in a grocery store, a local grocery store, and it wasn't a supermarket. It was literally not a small grocery store, but it was a grocery store. And my job was to keep the shelves full, and I'd have to run downstairs where all the cases of stuff was and bring bottles or whatever upstairs. In the basement, I always had a can of whipped cream going, along with a package of pre-cooked hot dogs. So every time I'd go down, I'd take a bite of a hot dog.
You did?
Yeah, with a little
Sauerkraut?
Cream, whipped cream. Yeah. So I could have been eating junk at that point,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Imagine what was in that hot dog.
Oh, your mother's cooking was so good.
Yeah.
She cooks for 17 people most nights?
Yep.
Running the boarding house. Look at that woman.
Yeah.
She cooked it, she cleaned it, she ironed their clothes, she waited at the bottom of the stairs for Alan to come down made him open his mouth and put in the castor oil and a warm shirt he put on that she had just pressed.
Yep.
So he could go out into the Toronto cold. What a mother.
Plus, in the evening, she would have women, one or two women during the evening would come over and they'd go into a room.
I don't know if I want to hear
And
this story.
they'd close the door, okay? There was no explanation. The doorbell rang, my mother answered it, and the room was right off the front door. So I didn't have time to see or hear who was there. And one day I put my ear next to the door, and I heard the words, whalebone. And I thought, what's going on in there with whalebone? I'm thinking of whales, okay? Well, it turned out in those days they used actual whalebone to make ladies' girdles.
When we didn't waste anything.
That's right. And they had to kill whales in order to do that.
But they must have something to do with all the other parts of the whale.
I don't know, because you don't eat whale meat. Well, I've never heard of it. If you're hungry enough,
You know,
I guess.
in Dr. Gonzalez,
Yeah.
he was a cancer doctor who treated his patients without drugs. He tested them for their DNA to see not where they're from, but from where they're from. Ancestors. He'd peel back. Like if you're from the South Pacific, you would love a diet, your body would love a diet of fruit and fish and things like that. But people who are from Alaska and places like that, their ancestors, I don't mean now, I mean way back, he would make sure they ate a lot of fat, and because they had a diet of whale blubber and fat and things. So our bodies want what they want because of the way, from the inception of us.
You know, you're right about, I don't know about whale, but I was up in the eastern Arctic doing a film, a documentary, and I was on Baffin Island, and on Baffin, which is right across the straits from Greenland, and I was in Frobisher.
Is it Greenland or Greenland?
I guess it depends. It's like, is it Toronto or Toronto?
What is it?
Is it tomato or tomato?
Let's call the whole thing off.
So I think I have to mention once again,
Yes.
it's
You're gonna get in
25% off site-wide today, and the promo code is CLEAN25, because everything we are presenting today has to do with being clean.
And you are, and I am,
What?
clean.
Oh, well,
I
hope-
love when you take a shower and then get into bed. You smell so clean and shiny.
Wow.
I always, all my adult life, have taken a bath every night before I get into bed, and I can't here. Know why? So fancy here in this house. Our bathroom is like a picture out of a magazine. Stupid. It's U-shaped. Try getting into a U-shaped tub. And when you have, I broke the right half of my body this year, so that's not easy. It's still not easy. Gosh, healing takes so long. I'm coming to the end. I can feel it. I can feel it. But I want to take it. That's how I love getting into bed at night, having just had a great, probably too hot bath, and I let the hot water run, and then I get into a cooler shower, and it's just like a great ritual. I always soak in Epsom salts. The cheapest medical,
Oh, yeah.
gosh,
Magnesium.
Epsom salts, yeah.
Yeah, incredible. You sleep so great,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you poop in the morning.
Well, I like to refer to that as a religious experience,
Okay, you religious experience in
It's
the
a
morning.
religious experience, okay? Because you'll see things. I mean, while it's happening.
Yeah, and you know what, Al?
Yeah.
I think that you made too much corn yesterday.
Are we going to hear a bad corn story?
No, it's just that you're aware the next day that, wow, I had a lot of corn yesterday. Embarrassed to say.
Yeah, but it's great corn.
Yeah,
This was the second harvest. Little
great.
baby corn, sweet.
yeah, but let's cool it because it's fattening.
Well, if we're going to talk about food that's fattening,
Like what?
let's start with cake.
I don't
Okay.
make cake anymore.
No,
I
but
love
every
it.
time you walk by a cake, and it doesn't matter if we're in a restaurant and the cake is on someone else's table, you stop and talk to those people. And I know you're thinking, maybe they'll give me a piece of cake. Okay, I know that. I remember going to a big anniversary party for friends of ours, Vicky and Raul. and it was quite.
That's when I was the worst behaved I ever was.
I can think of worse things than that.
Okay.
Anyway, so we had to leave because you cut your foot, right?
Yes.
A really bad cut. So
Yes.
we turned it.
Somebody dropped a glass
Yeah.
at my foot, and it broke on this part of my foot, and so
Yeah.
it was just blood everywhere. And I had on. We were all asked to wear wedding dresses, so I had a beautiful white skirt. Anyway, go on
So where was I?
about the cake.
Okay. So we're leaving. We're the first people to leave.
Because they hadn't cut the cake yet.
We're
And
the
so-
first. We're the first people to leave, and we walk past the table where the cake is, and then behind the cake, they had sort of a backsplash. It was like a shell shape, a half circle shaped
Yeah,
thing.
walk
It was
space.
about 6 feet
A
tall.
walk space.
Okay. So I bet what they were saying was, don't go behind the cake. However, Suzanne, on the way out, goes behind the cake. And with that finger, she takes a giant hole she puts a giant hole in the cake. Okay?
No, I just started soft.
It was personal satisfaction.
I took a
And there are
little frosting.
times when she'll go do anything, go anywhere for cake. I remember once years ago, we don't do it anymore, but she said something about going to a wedding because blah, blah, people she works with. I said, okay. So we go to the wedding. I don't know one person at the wedding, friends or the family or the people getting married. I have no idea. And I asked Suzanne, so who are these people who we gave up, Saturday for? And she said, God, I can't remember his last name. She was working with him. And he said, hey, maybe I'm getting married. It'd be great if you came to my wedding. You know what? It was the cake.
It was the cake.
It was the
It was a
cake.
good cake. That was a good
Yeah.
cake. That was worth getting dressed up and going for the cake.
Well-
I used to be a baker, and I was very good at it. I made beautiful. In fact, there was a point
Yeah,
in my
you were.
life that I thought maybe I'll make wedding cakes for a living, and I would have enjoyed it if I still was doing that. It's a lot of work. You got to mix it just right, and you can experiment with this and that. And when you make a beautiful cake, and especially if you make a wedding cake, you feel very accomplished. I must be like someone who can paint and can do beautiful canvases.
Did we have a wedding cake? I don't remember it.
We did. I was so busy then. I was too busy
Of course.
Oh God, that was at the height of Three's Company, year 2, I think.
Yeah.
It was #1. It was crazy.
Well, you know what it was?
I was shooting 60 Minutes the day before. 60 Minutes with Morley Safer.
It was the hairdresser.
What about the hairdresser?
The hairdresser.
Did my hair terrible. Oh yeah.
Exactly.
So that's
You went from being a blonde, when you walked out, you were a brown head.
You know when you're blonde and there's a hairdresser, you try a new hairdresser and they go, your hair's a little brassy, let's tone it down a little. Doesn't that sound good? Okay, yeah, I'm getting married tomorrow. Why don't we tone my hair down? They took the towel off, it's brown.
You can't let them touch you.
Ever again.
Any of them.
And now I'm late
It's
because
their
sitting
DNA.
at home with Alan is Morley Safer and the crew of 60 Minutes, the biggest show in the country. And I come running up the stairs with my ugly hair. I'll be right back. And this is what I do, I go in my bathroom, I put my head under the sink, and I wash it. Morley Safer and 60 Minutes is down in the living room with the camera crew. They're all going,
And I went to where Suzanne was, and I said, Suzanne, so Morley Safer and the entire 60 Minutes crew is anxious to get going, and they're all set up, ready to go, and they're waiting for you. And you said, I don't care about 60 Minutes or Morley Safer.
I think I was a little stressed, young and stressed, and getting married, and I had angry children. Our children were not, those of you who have blended families, that wedding day is not their favorite day. It's actually the day that changes everybody's lives when they realize they've lost, that we are now a united front, and they can't come, like Bruce would come to me, darling though he was, can we go out tonight, just you and me, not them? I go, no. And his kids do the same with him. So it is the greatest day for them, but it's going to take them a while to realize that. But oh my God, my hair looks so terrible. And they were comparing me to Farrah Fawcett. And when they show Farrah Fawcett and then they show me, at least they had me walking out on the beach with the wind blowing my hair like crazy, and I had a ton of hair. So that was a saving grace. Oh my gosh. But you know what? I survived it, didn't I?
You know, here's the thing.
How do you know how to be that?
Do what?
Be what happened to me. It happened to me so fast and so powerfully that you don't know how to handle it. I was just like, I was thrilled, but I was trying to be a mother and a stay-at-home mother, but I'm not a stay-at-home mother, and I'm working, and then I'm doing magazines at night, and I'm married, and blah, blah, blah.
And I had trouble that evening finding my smoking jacket. Remember smoking jackets?
Oh yes, you had
The
so
first
many
time I
of them.
heard the word smoking jackets, I was a little boy, and I thought, someone's smoking jackets? Smoking jacket. It's like when you go on the ship. What is it called?
Smoking ship?
No. When you take a cruise, not a cruise jacket, something else I can't remember. But at one point I had both.
And now you have none.
I have nothing now. Suzanne sold all my clothes years ago to pay the news.
And I've given most
the
of
news,
mine away.
Pay the
and
rent.
I gave most of mine away when we moved. Okay, I want to go through this one more time.
Okay.
You want to be a flawless beauty? Then use sheer flawless foundation. It's the best. It's thin. It goes on smooth. You can put it on with your fingers like this. Or you can take a little baby sponge and move it around, and it's just what you want. You never look like you're made up. It gives you the right color. We have bronze dark. I often wear bronze dark in the summer. Honey medium, which I have on right now, which is just sort of like matches my skin tone. Natural sand, which is another beautiful color, lighter than I am. And porcelain light for all of you really lovely Nicole Kidman-y kind of women. And then everyone always asks me what my lipstick color is. It's these three colors. I mix them all together. I think today I put on caramelized peach to kind of make it uniform. But then I added a little of the berry pop and then the honey glow. Get all three if you can. I don't want to spend your money, but it's really nice stuff. And you know what's great about our lipstick? It's lead-free. Do you want to know what a big deal that is? We put lead in our lipstick. It's allowed by the FDA.
No, we don't. They do.
Yeah.
They put lead in.
They.
Yeah.
And it's amazing what the FDA will allow. Well, the body has no use for lead. In fact, it doesn't want it at all. So the body, lead comes in through the lipstick and through your old pipes, if you're living in an old house, or in New York, your old pipes in those apartment buildings. And so the brain says, well, I don't know where to put this lead, so you know what? I'll store it in the bones. It'll stay there for a long time. So it stays in the bones until one day you break something, and then the lead goes, or you fall, or you get old and your bones creak or break. The lead then goes, the lead goes into the bloodstream and makes its way through your precious organs and glands, looking for its favorite, which is the brain. And now you're in trouble. Lead is not good for the human body, okay? So think of this lipstick in terms of beautiful colors and no lead. You can apply it and reapply it. It's shea butter and it's all natural emollients. You know why you put on more and more of that lip kind of protective kind of stuff you get at the supermarket? Guess what's in it? Gasoline. What do you call it?
What?
What do you call gasoline?
Petrol?
Yeah, petroleum.
Petroleum.
I knew gasoline wasn't sounding right. That has petroleum in it. So why did they put that in it? Because it doesn't last very long, and now your lips get dry. You know you're dry, and then you apply it and reapply it. Have you seen people who apply and reapply that lip softening stick that they get at the checkout counter? Because it's got all that petroleum in it. Mine does not. You don't reapply it unless you eat or kiss a lot, which is not bad.
Okay. Here's the deal today.
All right. All right.
25% off the entire site, and the promo code is clean25.
And you got to take care of your hair, and you don't want to put chemical shampoo on your head. Can you get it clean and shiny and slippery and silky and all that without any bad things? There's nothing bad in this shampoo. There's nothing bad in the conditioner, only good. It's got the honey emollients and all these wonderful things. On your bathtub sill and also at your sink in your bathroom, use toxic-free hand soap, toxic-free hand lotion. This is lemon verbena, these two, but we also have honey vanilla. Then we have the eye cream. It's made from stem cells of alpine rose, and that just like kind of wants to go into those little lines there. And then bring it around on the lid of your eye. It won't hurt it, it won't puff up. Bring it around, because this, you don't want this skin to get old and wrinkly. And then underneath that, Alan can point to it, is the exfoliating peach exfoliating kernels right here, this one here. I used that this morning in the bathtub when you wash your hair. You put the exfoliating cleanser all over on dry skin and then get it really cleaned up, and then I put my head under the shower. That washes that off while I'm washing my hair and conditioning it. And that's your whole little thing. It's all good for you makeup, good for you products. Nothing here will harm you, nothing. And it will enhance you, your health, your beauty, and your peace of mind. What a great thing.
Wow, how nice and informative. Mindy Spector said, I just bought the organic shampoo again last night and missed the 25%.
Oh. Well, why don't you buy another one today, and then next time
Exactly.
you already got it. Mindy, thank you so much. That's so nice.
Well,
I guess
think
so.
It's time to say goodbye.
Yeah, what time is it? Oh, yeah, it's almost
Getting on 5.
almost
It's
the hour.
actually, what time is it? Let's see.
like 6 minutes before, so.
Okay, yeah.
I hope we've answered your questions. Caroline will not be answering questions tonight, and I'm just, think a good thought for little Chi-Chi. Our pets are so meaningful to us, and I know that Caroline has a heavy heart. I love you all. It's only about who you love and who loves you, and I love you. Good night.